Start our briefing. Let's wait for several minutes. To check the sound and the picture. Everything is okay, I hope. Great, let's start from the very beginning. As usual, we start from the... So what's about the BTC? The good news is that Bitcoin moved back above 16,000. It's extremely important on November 23rd, as markets continued to react to the news that, as you know, Coinbase holds 2 million Bitcoin worth about $40 billion. And however, centralized exchanges continue facing some problems following the collapse and bankruptcy of FTX, with many of them moving to showcase their proof of reserves. It means that after FTX failed to show the real liquidity, that the FTX is able to meet all the creditors, to withdraw the money back. Now it's quite relevant for all centralized platforms and exchanges to show the proofs of their reliability in this aspect. So I think this period will leave the strongest players, the strongest exchanges, and it's not so bad. I think the market will be cleared up, and the market will get rid of some unreliable exchanges. So Ethereum was also higher, with the token moving back towards 1,200. So as I said, BTC rebounded from recent declines. I think the main reason was the news that the Coinbase has 2 million BTC just to prove their liquidity, unlike FTX, and this is quite good news. What else? I think it's quite important to show that to say that major cryptocurrencies were trading in green today, as the global crypto market increased about 3%, and the previous based on the data of Coinbase, on the CoinMarketCap, the total market capitalization is gradually increasing, and however, the volume fell by 5%. It means that all the market itself is extremely oversold, but the investors and the crypto assets themselves really crave to being pumped. So we really need just a little tinder to skyrocket many assets. And for example, the most gainers of today's market situation are BTC, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, even USDT that's pegged to dollar finally recovered after the intention of managers of FTX. They are trying to short USDT, and finally USDT, after that restored, corrected back. So now it's okay. So let's try to figure out which altcoins are fit for some scalping for today. Let's start with KLAY. The instrument was in such a load, in such a quite long consolidation. I would probably mark this as this zone with several liquidity grabs, and then it was quite admirable breakout, and now we have retest. From this retest, I'm almost sure there is a quite good opportunities, quite good chances to continue this movement, because there are higher than average volumes and they are still rising. So I'm sure that those who are interested in trading KLAY should find some support in the order book. And if you finally manage to find some support in order book, just some solid and safe place from where you can long, from where you can open long position and place stop loss behind this zone, it will be okay, it will be great. So the aim of this movement minimum will be 0.2 or 0.1985, as you see, just to refresh this previous extreme. It's quite logical. The next APE, quite obvious situation, as you see. The volumes unfortunately has fallen, but we see the recovery of the volume because the situation is quite interesting. 1 hour time frame. We have several testing of this level on the background of quite good news about the BTC recovery, local recovery. Anyway, it could be the good ground for local long movement. So let's try to analyze the price movement. I think there will be several liquidity grabs again, and finally it will be the breakout. No doubts, I have no doubts about this. On this point, as usual, you should wait, maybe place some alarm levels just to watch the activity. The activity is the most important factors just before the breakout. So be aware to have higher than average volume when you are waiting for the breakout. If there is no volume, means that there are no participants. If there are no participants, they would know any liquidity execution here. There will be very few stop loss just to provoke this impulse. So be aware, just again, to have higher than average volumes. Average volume is about this mark, where the most of these bars are filled. The next instrument is C98, quite obvious situation as well, but the divergence on the volumes. The instrument really lacks the interest from the participants, and we should wait. We should wait because the situation is quite interesting, because all the market participants are switching between the instruments as we do, and they are watching the formations the most popular formation among scalpers, and scalpers are extremely popular now in crypto market, and they are watching such situation with many touch to the level. They see this and they keep entering, increasing the volume. So we should wait the moment when the volume will be enough, when the volume will be higher than average, and maybe if you have some solid grounds, solid arguments in the order book, it would be reasonable to load in advance from some points of control or some support limit orders here, just to load in advance and break this level. The next situation, NKN, quite good example of short situation. There was quite a great downfall. Then it was kind of consolidation. There are two probable scenarios because, first of all, as far as there was a quite long-lasting drop, and this movement really lacks some correction. So it could be the breakout of slope just to till this area where we have this zone of small consolidation. Maybe it's about 5 minutes consolidation here, where the sellers were loading the volume before the breakout. So I think this area will be the aim for the uptrend breakout if it finally occurs. So I think this is one of the probable scenarios, but another scenario is if we have lack of power, lack of buyer's power here, we fail to break this slope, the next rebound, and if on this stage there is the prevalence of sellers, I think it will be the second scenario of the breakout of the support zone, because according to price action, the price is gradually coming to this level just to break it. However, it could be even a third scenario when we finally make the short breakout, false breakout, just to grab liquidity here, and then there will be the breakout. So watch the instrument attentively, because there is a high potential, really high potential, because the scale of this formation is quite large and many participants really see this. Higher than average volumes, it's a good sign. So please watch the activity in the order book and make the decision depending on the order book, as I said. What's next? ETA USDT, the next touch. It would be preferable to catch the pullback just right now, maybe only in case there is an argument in order book, because as you see, there was quite extremely high volume of purchases, and they were all these buyers forces and attempts to break this level were absorbed here. It means that this is extremely strong level, and we have the lack of power among buyers. There is a good chance to catch a pullback from here just to this level of range, to about 0.105, somewhere here, to place a stop loss. to place the take profit, sorry. And this is a really good example of pullbacks. I really like pullback on such a market because the pullbacks are working out much more. They have much more potential, and the strategy is less nervous, rather than breakouts. But finally, when you manage to work out this pullback, you can finally try to catch the breakout as well, because the next touch, I'm sure it will finally be there will be a good breakout finally. But on this stage, we can catch the pullback. Watch your order book. The next instrument is SOL, quite active, and as we see, we have the correction now, but from this zone, the buyers were prevailing, pushing the price higher and higher, because it's interesting for them just to break this level several touches. And as you know, the Solana is being bought out after the small breakdown, because it's quite a strong project and there are many creditors. Solana have a strong network, strong system, so it's gonna be bought back. As we see, we even have something like the head and shoulders, and it's being backed back after this downfall. This is the sign of really great team, strong investors, and strong market maker, the work of market makers. So I think Solana will be safe and sound. That's why I really prefer searching long situations on Solana, especially on the background of BTC getting back home above 16,000. OP. Unfortunately, there was a false breakout already, but the situation is still valid. However, we executed some liquidity here, and please watch the volumes. They're extremely high. If the volumes are rising, the situation is valid. If the volumes are decreasing, we miss this situation because of the lack of liquidity. So I think that's all for today. I hope this briefing will enhance the quality of your trading. So be careful, and please do not forget about your risk management. See you next time.